What's up guys, welcome to another 5-Minute Friday and to my camping workstation. So today's going to be a shorter episode. Hopefully we'll keep it under that 5 minutes for the 5-Minute Friday, but I wanted to go over with you guys some of my favorite keyboard shortcuts for Photoshop. These really help me speed up my workflow and make everything super efficient. So some of them are common, some of them aren't so common, but most importantly is be aware of keyboard shortcuts and how effective they can be in really speeding up your workflow. So let's get into it. I'm going to use the drift method. Freaking incredible. Round F16 for that to get that sunburst. Alright, so these aren't going to be in order necessarily of importance or anything like that. These are just the ones that I use the most and that help me with my workflow. So the first one that I use the most is Control-Shift-N. There's my new layer. I can title it whatever I want. New layer. The next one I use is Control-Shift-A. So what that does is that will open up your image back into Camera Raw. So Control-Shift-A brings that up, and now I have my whole Camera Raw stuff there. So if I want to increase my clarity or my contrast, or go in here and do whatever I need to do for an exposure and bring this up, then you can bring it back and your new layer will be changed to what you just did. So the next one I use is the X button. So I use a couple of different single letter buttons. And the first one is the X, and that will allow me to switch between these two colors here, and then you can pick whatever colors you want. And then if you need to paint with them, and then you can switch it to the next color that you have. And this works great for if you're doing masks. So masking, and I'm covering this mask with black, so I'm taking it out. And then you can see that here, what I've done. If I switch it to X, then I can paint back over that, and there it is. The next key I use a lot is the B key, and B stands for brush. So if you're on something else, here's my select tool or whatever, and I need to go to my brush, I just hit B, and there's my brush. And then the next one I use is the P tool, and that will bring up the pen tool. So if I want to start outlining here to do anything you would need to do with a pen tool to make masks or selection or whatever. So there's my pen tool. Okay, so the next thing I use a lot is the content aware fill, which is Shift F5. And let's say I wanted to add to this background and I just extended my canvas here so you can see that, but I don't want this stuff going on, so I'm just gonna quick select this. Then I'm gonna hit Shift F5, and that's going to bring up my fill box, and then I've got it set to content aware fill, but as you can see, you can select it to whatever you need to, but in this case I want content aware fill. So there it is, and that matches whatever he's got going on next to that, so that just effectively extended my whole image. And then the next one I use going along with that is deselect. So deselect is Control D, and then now that's all gone, so there it is. So the next one I use the most is the zoom function, and that's Control plus. That way if I need to go about my dodging and burning and get closer up or whatever, I can start doing that. And then I can zoom out with Control minus, and then Control 0 to bring it back to full view. The next one I use a lot is Alt clicking for a layer mask. So if I want a new layer mask, a new layer to affect only one layer. So let's say I have this light layer and I'm just gonna paint in some, and I'm just gonna paint in some light here, so it kind of gives you that feel. But now let's say I don't like something about the layer, or I need to tweak just that layer. So what I'm going to do is, let's say I want to tweak my saturation. So if I just add that saturation there, then that affects the whole thing. So let's say I want to desaturate that light a little bit. So what I can do is you can hold down Alt key and then hover over the layers, and when you're hovering over that line, you'll see that little symbol with a down arrow. So you click that, and now you see this arrow here, and that's only affecting the layer that's directly underneath it, nothing else. So now I can drop that saturation, or I can increase that saturation, or do whatever I need to do, and it will only affect that layer. So I can change the light color, and it only messes with that layer. So Control A just selects everything. So if I want to select all that and then copy it, Control C, bring it over to a new canvas, Control V, bring it in, and then Control T, so I can transform, and then Shift drag to keep my ratio. If I wanted to make a copy of this curve, you can see I just dropped the shadows a little bit, but if I wanted to make a copy of that layer, I just hit Control J, and then bam, it brings it up, curves for copy, and there it is. So just that extra, and you can do that as many times as you need. Copy 2, copy 3, copy 4. So Control J, very handy. The next one I use a lot is for something called a stamp visible layer. And so I have all of these layers here on this image, and you can see I've done a lot of work to this. And let's say now I need to make a stamp visible layer, which will take everything I've done and put it onto one layer. So that would be Control Shift Alt E, and that gives me this new layer. Now I can start with a fresh canvas and start working, and nothing under here while this is turned on will be affected. So that's how a stamp visible layer works. And the last one, I guess best for last, this is probably the one I use the absolute most more than anything, and that's the bracket keys. So the bracket keys change the size of your brush. So if I need to get down in here and get real detailed and zoom in and then do whatever I need to do with my brush there, or if I need to back out and go super big, bracket key to the right, bring that brush up super large, and then I can start painting in whatever I need to do, or I can come down and then change my mask and then mask that out. So bracket keys, super handy. Bigger to the right, smaller to the left. All right, so hopefully that was super short, straight to the point. Those are my most used keyboard shortcuts for Photoshop. But the important takeaway here, again, is that keyboard shortcuts will make your life a lot easier in Photoshop, especially if you spend as much time as I do in Photoshop. It just makes your whole workflow smoother. So if you like this stuff and you want to see more, definitely make sure you subscribe to the channel, because I've got new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Oh, if you have any other keyboard shortcuts that you use that you think I would benefit from, leave those in the comments below, and I'll definitely check those out. So make sure to hit that like button if this helps you out, because it really helps me out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.